here we have a number of sequences here. You can see these are sequences with nodes set up. The H here means hold the previous node, and the O here means rest. So we have a baseline, a lead, a shuffle from this playing on the cymbal, a kick, and a snare. Now this is set up here in my sequence, here where I have I get the clock and then I pass the clock to all the sequences. So I set up sequencers to play the various sequences. For instance, the drums with the shuffle cymbals, the drums with the kick cymbal, kick beats, then the snare beats, and the bass and lead. Now both the shuffle and the kick sequences are on the beat base of 1/3. So that means that the sequence is played on a 1/3 of a beat pattern, and where the sequences here for the drums and bass, which is the snare drums and the bass, are on the beat pattern of 1, so played every beat. And then I have a beat base here 2, so every 2 beats then this lead synth is played here. So they play the various sequences there. Now we have in different beat bases, and they get started with the clock that I gave, and I synchronize them with this function here, synchronizes the clocks so that they all kind of start at the same time. I set the BPM of 108 and 180, so 180 then, and then I start the engine with the sequence there. I could have started the engine without the sequence and then start the sequence later, but I just start the sequence. So when I press play, this function setup is going to be executed and my sequence is going to start. Let's listen to that then. I can set the BPM. Slow it down. And now, if I want, I can add notes to each one of these sequences because they are JavaScript arrays. So, for instance, I can add, say, let's add an extra note to the lead. I'm adding a G5 to the lead, and that will be included in the sequence now. If I want, I could also change the intervals in this, so transpose the sequences. For instance, if I go lead, then for each one of the notes in the lead, I'm going to apply a function that takes the values, the index, and the array. I'm just going to transpose it by 12 semitones. That's going to go up an octave. And I can do that kind of manipulation. I can, for instance, add to the baseline. I can push then a rest to the end of the always a rest, so if I push it to rest there, it's going to... That's kind of a rest added to it. I can also manipulate the kick runs by, say, adding another kick. Adding. And so the rhythm can be manipulated like that. If I want to stop the sequence, I can just go stop sequencer. And that stops the sequencer.